Due to the dynamic nature of tabletop RPGs, the topics that may be discussed or played in these games are not suitable for all audiences. The level of content maturity is considered 16 plus and your discretion is advised. Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome in, happy Wednesday! And welcome to another episode of Stargazers. It feels like it's been so long, but it's only been 7 days. It has only been 7 days. Man, sometimes a week feels like a month, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Anyway, I have no news. I have nothing to talk about. Absolutely. So, I think we should just move straight into the game. Probably, maybe, hopefully. Let my players know I'm in meeting. This almost never works, but we'll see how they respond today. Oh shit. Hello.
It sounded like you said
Hello,
sweet.
friends.
Sweet.
Hello.
Sweet. Hello.
Hey guys, doing
Oh, howdy.
more howdy. That's game day.
It
It is. Can you believe it?
I do be.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Don't forget to open your sheets early.
Yeah, I'm just doing that now. I'm like, oh shit. Would be
Get
helpful.
your pancakes out.
No room for pancakes. Ribs were delicious.
Always room for
Good.
pancakes.
Oh, I want some bacon pancakes.
Good.
See, bacon pancakes just make you think of that little budgie. And the little
Aw.
budgie dance. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what little
Bacon
video
pancakes,
it's
bacon
referencing
pancakes.
to.
Yeah.
Very cute little baby. I love birds, but never like own one. But like
I
like
would
them.
never own them because I bird sat for a friend when I was like in elementary school, and I hated those birds so much after that.
Oh man, I miss having my cockatiel.
See, at least cockatiels you can train to be sassy and
Oh, he was.
say stupid shit, but like
Oh,
these
he
birds were
was-
just dumb and smelly.
He was such a sassy little boy
Same.
who loved ice cream and pizza.
Same.
Yeah, I gotta go with same here.
Literally me.
There you go. Keep Toby as a pet.
Oh.
Alright. I think we should move straight into the game today.
No, not in June.
How about if you might be so kind as to give us the recap that you have? Otherwise,
that.
I will start.
No, I need that inspiration. Session starts with Boreas and Shell at the tavern in the Freelands. They discovered that the people inside were a bunch of shifters, and they were asked to bring bodies for them to save their curse, quote unquote. They're gonna eat them. After that, they return to the city. Darwin and Zeneca reflect over their murders before heading out to the Church of Oba. While Darwin busies himself with making candles at the church, Zeneca struggles with her feelings of unease as she tries to pray. During her focus, her hands grabbed hold of the brazier she stood in front of, but was left uninjured by the flames. She speaks with the woman Jessica, who alerted her of this. At the end of their conversation, she's given a candle, the flame of which is blue, which is off compared to everyone else's regular flame color. She quickly leaves and asks to meet up with her sister that evening, and Darwin accompanies her there to that apartment. When Shell and Boreas return to the city, they catch up with the others and like what was going on basically, and head to the Veil Walkers Guild to do some research on dragon eggs. Find very little. Instead, Shell finishes his community service and kind of like gets Boreas to hang around. Next day, everyone meets up. They head out to the Freelands to meet with Luna, who tells them there are hundreds of thousands of tears scattered across the entire world. She then grants the party a gift of power. As the session ends, the party notices Zeneca glowing blue instead of yellow like the other three.
Okay.
And
Was everyone else able to see that, or was it just Zeneca?
Oh, everyone
was
can
in the
see
notes, we
everyone's
saw it.
glow.
Okay.
I would like to requalify one thing that you said. So shifters, specifically that term, is actually like a keyword for a different species. So shifters are people who can control their bestial natures. The people
Specifically
you
the
met
people
are
from Ur.
cursed. They're not
Yeah,
shifters.
my bad.
They are werewolves. Yeah. So that's the only thing I wanted to qualify.
yeah,
I didn't want to
good.
make it confusing later on.
I thought you were gonna say shifters as a pejorative term. Like if you call, like in Star Wars, how they call the robots clankers.
What?
They call the robots in Star Wars clankers during the Great Republic War.
Do they say it was stank like it's a slur?
Yes,
clankers.
yes they do. Freaking clankers, yeah.
Dang. You should do that. You should call robots clankers. See what happens.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you can try it, bitch.
Hey,
I'm not
hey,
even a
robot?
robot, and I'd get
You're not a
pissed.
robot.
Not. I think.
So that's kind of like those shifters. No, I don't think I'm gonna move from crime stopping into calling robots clankers.
But yeah,
Okay,
shifters are definitely like a subset of species. There's like 3 or 4 major categories of shifters, but they're basically people who have overcome their curse over time and are able to control it and shift at will. Whereas these people are cursed. They cannot control when they shift, or when they don't shift. They can just get lucky. Anyways, so you guys are all witnessing the glow after you've been stabbed by this sun radiance-like needle that has injected itself within your body at Luna's whim. As it spreads, coursing through your bodies, it is an immense, unbearable, searing heat for an infinitesimal amount of time, and immediately dissipating. You still recognize the pain, even though it's no longer there, like a phantom. And as you're coming out of that confusion in the moment, you all see each other glow, and Zeneca glows differently than you all.
Hey Luna,
Hello.
what's that about?
What do you mean?
Zeneca's just holding her hands out, just like
Why is Zeneca
looking
blue?
confused.
I don't know.
Another mystery.
Could you possibly... I don't even know how to describe this because I don't understand magic. Could you possibly feel out the vibe of why she's blue? Could you sense some type of maybe different magic? Is that even the right word? Different type of magic?
Can Zeneca do a religion check and see if she can associate the color blue with a specific deity?
No one.
Besides like an aesthetic kind of thing, nothing has actually really chosen blue to be their whole vibe. So while the answer to this question is no, I will still let you make a religion check to see if you can kind of feel out what's going on, or I will let you make an insight check if you don't want this to be of a I'll let you do a religion check, an insight check, or an arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, Arcana's my better of the scores. Let's see if I can figure it out with an Arcana. I mean, that's not too shabby.
As you're looking within to this power that you can feel almost emanating from you now, an unrecognizable sense of self, like you can feel yourself an out-of-body experience in this moment. There is definitely a strong presence that has already gifted you. This change from the others that you're noticing is not something that is negative, but it is definitely neutral. It's a symbolism of power mixing within you. You can tell with the 22 that this mixing, while it is working now, it's not going to, for the near or possibly, like, it's not going to work forever. This is like oil and water. They can both be in the same place, but they're not going to mix well.
So eventually I'm gonna have to make a choice? Is that what I'm getting from this?
Sure, if that's what you're getting from this.
Well, if they're not working together, eventually I'm gonna have to choose one or the other, or neither. But we'll see. Yeah, guys, I'm not 100% here, but I think you guys have gotten a gift from Luna. So have I, but there's something else here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm getting it from. It may be Oba, it may be something else. I really don't quite know what's going on.
What's
you
an
have
Oba?
received a gift before?
I don't know. It feels like I have. I just couldn't tell you when or where or what gifted me anything.
Boreas, to answer your question, I heard you ask what an oba is. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that name.
I've been to church twice, so it makes me a little bit of an expert. Oba is the god of melting wax and making candles, I believe.
Zeneca hears this and she just pinches the bridge of her nose like, dear God, no.
That's what
And
The gods have gotten very specific lately.
I mean, it is what it is, and Darwin will actually take his candle proudly out of his bag and present it.
It's a very nice candle.
Oh. They've taken on a different name. I knew them as Serenel,
Serenel.
the god of wax.
How do you spell that?
I think Darwin's a little confused.
Oh.
Oba's the god of broken chains. of creativity and forging your own future. It's the fire of creativity.
This is less specific than described before.
Yeah. He ascended from, I believe, a djinn?
Oh. He successfully underwent apotheosis.
Yeah. With the help of his chosen one, Fedani.
That is quite a rare event.
But, yeah, no, it's not just about Wax. Wax is, he is the eternal flame. And part of the homecoming, everyone brings their candle to be melted down again and reforged into new candles. For prayer.
That makes more sense.
I mean, for being not a god of wax and reforming candles, melting wax and reforming candles seems to be a really big part of this whole process of religion.
But
I think Shell just stares at him.
in any case, I don't know if I was ever blessed by Oba. I was brought up in the church, but I can't say I've experienced anything directly. Is there any way of determining who would have gifted me before? Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be, like, compatible with the gifts you've given me. It's fine for the moment, but eventually, I don't know, it feels like something's gotta give.
You must make a choice, then that is yours to make.
How can I make a choice when I'm ill-informed?
You will always be ill-informed.
That's a little pessimistic, but
Luna, you're sounding kind of more like a god.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think.
Speaking of which, do we see Luna, or is she just a presence around us?
She's just a voice that's kind of just there.
Okay.
in any case, thank you, Luna, for the gift.
You're welcome.
How are you doing? Are the tears helping you at all?
I'm still coming to terms with these new tears. I will understand them soon enough.
What happens when you get your tears back?
It is like you rediscover a part of yourself that you forgot about.
Damn.
Is it favorable? Is it a good experience? So far, at least?
No.
No. Is it painful?
Yes.
Are you remembering things you don't want to remember?
I have yet to formalize memory. It's still all feeling.
Okay.
Oh no. I feel empathy. Like, this bitch is me. She's literally me.
It sounds like you could use a hug.
What would a hug do?
Comfort.
Make her feel better. Have you never been hugged, Shell?
I'm sure I have. It's not like an important thing. I don't think about it or anything. Or nothing. Why are you asking? Why do you care?
Just kind of curious. So, yeah. Yay, new powers, new strength.
Do you feel stronger? Like, or any magical powers?
I mean, if I could quantify it, I'd say I could take 10 more damage. That's stronger, right? Sort of, maybe?
In a way, yes. I just curious in case, you know, maybe the other gift was some sort of power. Who knows?
I wasn't aware of another gift, so I have no clue what kind of gift it is or what it's doing for me. So confusing. It's new. It's weird.
Yeah, your body's changing, and you're gonna have to get used to it.
I'd make a hello god, it's me Margaret joke here, but I don't know which god I'd be saying it to.
Right now, Luna.
Well, she's right here, so I don't need to implore.
We can mess around with your potential later on and see if you have the ability to cast any spells later.
I don't believe I do. I believe I can detect magic, and that's about it.
Yes.
Next
Pretty good.
level, though.
Next level, maybe. Maybe if I acquire another gift.
Oh, speaking of gifts, Boreas will kind of reach into the bag and pull out the egg. I still have this.
Oh.
Were we supposed to have this, Luna?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, can we give it back to you?
It is not mine to have either.
No.
Who does it belong to?
I don't remember their name. But I had a companion, I believe. Perhaps you could find them.
What did they look like?
What was their name?
Well, she didn't remember the name, but
She might.
She just said she
she
didn't.
didn't. Is there a way you can perhaps show us an illusion of what you remember them looking like, even if it's just blurry shapes?
Yeah.
there's like a puff of moon dust that comes up from the ground, and it shapes itself into just like a cloud that you would see up in the sky, and then something quick as if to dart through it. But you don't really see what it is. It just looks like air.
Something flying, potentially, I guess. Or someone.
Was your companion a moon dragon?
I don't remember.
Is your companion still alive?
I hope so.
Sorry, but a more pertinent question. If this egg hatches, will it try to eat us?
I hope not.
Me too.
Oh god.
Your companion wasn't a Tressum, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, just checking. Speaking of Tressums, do you know what happened with Nyx?
Nyx. Cat. Their body
Yes.
is gone.
So she's gone.
It is hard to say. Their soul was last with Shell. Perhaps they have an answer.
Zeneca looks at Shell.
Drugs? I don't know. I can't exactly go back in there on command. I don't have, like, any control of that anymore. I don't even think I had control of it in the past, but not for sure not. I could try? I mean, I only say this because I remember when I was there and I'd yell Nyx, there would be sometimes some kind of, like, reaction, in my surroundings. Not all the time, but sometimes. I don't know.
Well, I guess I have to resign myself to the fact that she's probably not coming back.
She's not still in there, is she? Like, I don't have her soul. Can you tell?
I cannot tell.
Damn.
I mean, Luna said that only the body is gone, right? So,
The soul is somewhere.
yeah. Some part of Nyx has to exist in some shape or another.
I mean, she was sucked into an orb, and we've since then returned the orb to to Luna.
Yeah. She has it. And she's not in that orb wherever you have it?
No.
Huh. I don't know, Zeneca.
Maybe one day we'll find her. I do miss her. It was kind of nice having someone to talk to at home. Even if she didn't talk back.
Bit of a long, and I mean a very long shot. Was she smart?
I mean,
She was a Trussum.
yeah.
And well, I'm. Was she was she fairly intelligent? Like,
Like, she didn't speak, but she had also experienced a lot of trauma.
I would say that she was very capable. I believe she was able to access the net
Yeah.
and do a lot of like hacking and
Which that
really
was interesting.
complicated
I'm
stuff.
still confused about that.
But I'm not sure she was ever really aware of what she was doing, but she was certainly capable of doing some very highly skilled things that I don't think I'm even really capable when I figure myself to be technologically literate to a certain extent.
I fear my plan wouldn't work then. Usually,
What was it?
I was going to try and reach out with a spell called Beast Bond, but it usually works on simpler animals.
Hmm. Yeah, and we don't really have an idea. Well, I guess have a slight idea where this. When you say the last you've seen, Nyx's soul was with me. Where was I when you noticed that? Was I here with you, or was this back when you were, like, when we just had the orbs?
It is a memory you triggered within me when you asked about Nyx.
Was I here?
You are still here.
No, I know, but when you like, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, Zeneca just looks crestfallen. Like, she's just assuming she's not gonna see her friend again.
Sometimes we don't. Just ask Noru. Like, he never got soup back.
Who's Noru? Who is this Noru?
This
you're
is over
talking
the
about?
table.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh.
You didn't specify, so.
Let's see. What if I do that?
I don't know.
If I do. Ritual cast was 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boreas is gonna sit down and start ritual casting a spell.
Okay. Cryptic. What spell?
Trying to remember how to. This one. There we go.
Locate. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, that was me talking to my cat. He's asked to
Oh.
come in and out of my office like 4 times since we started already.
You're fine. Didn't hear anything.
And just double
Okay.
checking. Ritual casting doesn't take a slot, right?
That's correct. So you have to name
Okay.
a beast, a plant, or a non-magical plant.
I'm going to say Nyx, and I am direction distance. Okay, so yeah, Nyx is the name, and it's a Tressum.
Yes.
Okay, a Tressum, I don't believe is a beast. Tressum is a monstrosity, so the spell would not
Hmm.
work. The closest thing is a cat. You try a cat.
Oh, you got 2 more minutes. I can try it again.
You would know that a Tressum is technically a monstrosity, so it would be the same. It would be the same 10 minutes. Okay. You learn about Nyx a little from Zeneca and use this knowledge to try and locate Nyx wherever they might be. Trying to hone in and see if their soul is within Shell more specifically, as there's probably not a place on this plane that they are at the moment. You learn 2 things. First, Nyx is within Shell.
Huh.
The second thing that means is that Nyx is not a Tressum. They are a cat.
Interesting.
What did you find?
Like I relay the information, and that means Nyx is still within you.
Oh.
It's just a matter of figuring out how to potentially get them out or communicating with them in some way. And the not being a Tressum thing sounds interesting, considering how you guys described them.
Well,
Yeah, their wings reformed.
Do Tressums become cats if their wings are removed?
I mean, her wings were removed. But
don't
she
think
had
I-
these, like, digital wings or something.
Huh.
I mean, I never actually saw her with wings when I found her. They were already gone.
You found the wounds from the removal, though, right? Or scars?
There were stitches where they would have connected with her back, but I don't know. Maybe
Zeneca,
I
make
was
an
mistaken?
intelligence check, and I'll let you do this at advantage because everyone's talking about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the theorize what possibly could have happened.
I believe you're the smart one. Well, aside for Boreas, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're stupid. I forgot you're not a wizard.
Yeah, I'm not
the
overly
whiplash.
smart.
You're dumb as shit, dog. I'm sorry, you're not.
Burn.
Did you do it at advantage?
Oh, sorry. I did
One
not.
more time.
You fool. Yeah, let's keep
17.
that.
Okay. The things you know for sure. They have scars in the place where wings would be, to indicate that they could be a Tressum. It was never confirmed that they were a Tressum. They never spoke. And Tressums are highly intelligent for beast-like creatures, so much so that they're considered monstrosities, and they can speak perfect common tongue. Clipping something's wings doesn't equate to them losing knowledge. So why wouldn't they speak if they're a Tressum? If their scars were real, and they never actually spoke in common tongue because they couldn't. What if those were man-made scars?
Cyber Katie.
Someone put wings there and then took them off again.
Potentially trying to make a Tressum.
Whatever it might be.
The idea just horrifies Zeneca.
Cyber Tressum.
Maybe, but it's
Doing stupid
It's horrifying.
hand motions.
The cat's trauma runs even deeper.
I mean, yes, it's hard to think about, but I mean, I've seen things done worse in the pursuit of knowledge.
have you done worse?
Moving on. Just kidding.
Kind of just looks at her and thinks, I don't know.
It's not really an answer.
Look, I'm from a family of magically inclined people. Back in my day, magic wasn't very widespread, so we did a lot of things to understand magic. We hoarded it like a dragon would gold, and we tried to figure out how to make it stronger. Personally, I try to use knowledge. My elder brother, I know he did some weird experiments, mostly with familiars. But
Doesn't necessarily make it better.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying the pursuit of knowledge is never a 100% clean path. Look at the clothing I'm wearing. I'm wearing wonderful cotton fabric that wasn't made without, taking from sheep. Nothing is perfect in this world. Everyone
Zeneca
has
just
some
gives you a
blame.
very dubious look, like that. It's a very weak example.
Another intelligence check?
Oh, sorry, my cat jumped on my board.
Gotcha.
Bad grammar.
Good, getting that
Doesn't exist.
the bad rolls out of the way then. Can't fucking talk today, damn.
Yeah.
Stay off my keyboard.
No, I don't think I will.
No, but I won't.
He just
I
sees
went.
the faces lighting
shot.
up, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Ooh, blinking.
I will press the
That's really
end of the
cute.
keyboard. You can't stop me. Yeah.
He does sound like that sometimes.
Baby.
Zeneca's just... She's not a happy camper right now. Between having an additional gift that she doesn't understand and glowing blue, and knowing that her cat friend has been sucked into Shell's soul and experimented on in ways that she cannot fathom. She's not having a good day. Can we go?
If it at all makes you feel any better, if
It
we can
won't.
find a way to extract her from Shell, I mean, you can always spend more time with Nyx and obviously you can't make the pain go away, but emotional pain,
Well,
lessen it.
even if we do manage to get her back, that would require possibly putting her in another body. That puts us basically in the same position as we were with Damien. As we are with Damien.
Oh, I guess speaking of, does anybody have anything they need to ask him while we're here?
Does it need to be a human body?
I mean, it's a fair question to ask. Darwin, do you have anything?
Yeah, actually, I would like to ask if he has any other connections we might be able to go through besides Ketchup Butt, because
We kind of burned that one.
maybe just a smidge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a chance that Ketchup Butt might come back around, but
Darwin's gonna have to get his flirt on.
You
There's a
just,
chance.
just try a different approach. He doesn't have to know it's you guys.
well, he doesn't know that we stopped a bunch of crimes.
Stop.
Exactly.
Almost.
Like,
You're gonna
Almost
try
certain.
something else.
you're gonna have to stop saying that we stopped a whole bunch of crimes, because we really committed a whole bunch of crimes.
You murdered 20 people. But it is what it is. It's what's done is done. When I last spoke to Damien, he did give me like a sort of email that we may be able to contact Pierce Shandon with, but that's all I was able to get out of him.
Couldn't start with that.
Well, I didn't have the opportunity to talk to you before we just kind of came out here, and then I kind of got lost in the tuning you guys out as you banter. Yeah.
Like he couldn't start with that. I'm asking.
Oh yeah.
Instead of trying to fight crime and all that unsavory business that just happens.
Well, that was your decision to make, and you definitely had a decision. It was a choice. I'll tell you that.
I mean, our lives were on the line, and I made a choice.
I mean,
you are correct.
They wouldn't have been on the line if you didn't do it in the first place.
I do agree. That was kind of your choice to put your lives on the line.
Yeah, what happened were the consequences of your actions, and then those individuals.
But in that situation, like the only other result would be us dying, right?
Did you consider leaving? Maybe.
We tried, but they were attacking us. We tried to just.
I mean, I'm not here to judge. I've killed
drop
many
everything
people,
and leave.
but like
but-
I'm interested in how you're explaining this.
They did surround us, and they did attack us. So
Did they
we weren't
instigate?
trying to get out of it without breaking a few eggshells.
And I insight check that they started the fight.
Definitely can.
Ooh, I wanna
didn't
help.
say that they started the fight. I just said that
Exactly.
You said
I don't
they
know if
attacked
any.
you.
they were attacking us.
I'm not
And-
sure an insight would help with Darwin, because he's so delulu that he actually believes this.
He's really deluded.
I mean,
yeah.
I do believe that they attacked us. Whether or not we started it or they started it, the fact of the matter is they were attacking us and we couldn't escape without
Oh, we
attacking
don't
them
even have
back.
to roll. He said whether or not I already know. Okay.
You guys ever hear of gaslight? Well, I left my stove on and this room smells funny.
That
God.
sounds like shit Darwin would say, actually.
Those
Hey, my
things are
choice.
mutually exclusive, okay?
To turn the stove off, otherwise my house would explode. Would you rather me not turn my stove off?
Oh man. Okay, are we asking Luna to talk to Damien?
Yes,
I'm
please.
curious about the body thing, because if we can get whatever body, there's probably various ways we could talk to Damien without him being a person, if he's okay with a animal of some kind.
Yeah, if we're able to like talk to this animal as well, he could help us in obtaining the body. Instead of
What
just
about a
being imprisoned
construct?
here. A construct?
Like a golem.
A golem, a robot? I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking of more options.
Could be interesting.
I do remember Luna saying something along the lines of it has to be
Compatible.
compatible, which we thought meant it has to be one of his bodies. Because we both inhabited my body, and that apparently wasn't sustainable. One of us would have to go eventually. But is that because would he be able to, if I left, if I was done away with, would he be able to just inhabit my body?
Yes, I think that was like the like ultimatum in the beginning anyhow, like if like Damien could have your body now, but your soul just couldn't be there. So I think that would still probably stand, I imagine anyway.
Well, could I not just clone myself?
You know somebody with the technology? You got access to that kind of thing?
We would have to find Kara.
Well, we already know kind of how to find her. It's just going to be a whole heist to pull that off. And then it's just gonna get messy. Yeah.
But Boreas, you suggested golem. Can you make golems? Luna, is that possible that we put Damien's soul inside of a golem for now, or an animal?
Of course.
Oh shit. Okay.
I was thinking that exactly.
Boreas, can you make an intelligence check, please?
Intelligence tech. I absolutely can.
Something is telling you that this is not a good idea. You can't place why.
Just because it can be done doesn't mean it should be done.
Ow. Let's hold off on some sort of golem for now. I feel like animal might be a better option. If we had to. Do you know where we would get? I'm pretty sure he mentioned the last time we were talking to him yesterday, Shell, other bodies.
Yes.
Do we know where those are?
His other bodies, I know, are somewhere within the Galen Corporation. Perhaps, like, just don't know where or whatever, but, I don't know. We could try asking him if he'll tell us specifically where they are. I'm not sure.
Well, no time at the present. Luna, can we speak to Damien, please?
Yes. A cloud of dust roils up and takes the form of Darwin. Oh, you're back. You have good news for me?
Go ahead, lie to the man.
At the moment, no.
Yes.
At the moment, no. But I do have a question.
Who are you?
That is a long story. I'm a new friend.
Okay.
I've been made
was pretty
aware of
short.
You know what? Fair. That's on me. Been made aware you're in search of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Does it need to be one of your own?
That would definitely be preferable.
Okay. So that's the important thing out of the way. We've heard where some of your bodies potentially are located. Is there anything we could do or say to this? What'd you call it again, Shell? This company?
Galen Corp, I think.
Galen. Is there anything we could say to them, like some sort of passphrase that would get us in?
No.
Do you
Watch
know
right.
why they would keep clones of your body?
Yeah, because I signed the contract so that they could.
And
Where? Where are they?
Your guess is as good as mine. One of the Galen places.
they tried to kill you, right?
Well, yeah.
Isn't that what happened? How did you how did you cease to exist? What was the medium in which you?
Well, you happened.
I mean,
What?
I happened later on, but you ended before I became a taxi for your soul.
Well,
So
I don't know what happened then because when
It was
I die,
magic.
my soul is supposed to go to the next clone. That's just supposed to happen. So I got stopped somewhere and I thought it was you. So you're telling me it's not you?
I don't think it's me. I didn't do anything actively to stop your
What the fuck?
transference.
No, there was magic on the body. Like remnants of magic on the body.
Someone
Maybe you were
anchored
put
my
into stasis.
soul. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly what I'm thinking.
So this was
So they knew that you had. Okay.
This
This
could
is
be
like an
any thousands of people
assassination?
then.
attempt then?
I guess so.
You and me both, buddy.
So then that means that Galen is still looking for you. because they still have your clones and they think your soul exists somewhere out in existence.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
if they don't get me soon, then they're gonna lapse the contract. So they're just all my clones are gonna say bye bye. You gotta get me
Luna,
to my clones.
what happens if you're just released? Like, what happens if you, like, are you able to release his soul so it can, like, go to where it needs to go?
If I were to release his soul, he would drift into nothingness.
What? What if he climbed in here, and he'll hold the bag forward? I brought that
Unfortunately, not possible.
shadow.
Damn. No, soul might need a stone or something.
This
It have to try.
visage you are speaking to is not Damien. It is an illusion. What are you talking about? I'm talking right now. How can I be an illusion? You are a part
You
of
look like
me
Darwin.
right now. If you were to excise yourself, you would wither into nothing. Your existence cannot be sustained. Not as you are. That's the most helpful she's been. What the hell? Anyone clock that?
Maybe the tears are starting to work.
I'm really tempted to not say anything because I just really want you to have a conversation with yourself. I want to see
I've
how
done it
long.
before, and I'll do it again. I talk to myself all the time, dude. This is nothing.
Let's see how long I can make it go for.
The body, does it... Odd question. Does it have to be alive?
Yes. I don't want to be a zombie. Or a skeleton, or a spirit. I don't want to be undead.
No,
What if the soul's already there, though?
What? What do you mean?
You know?
I was just thinking, potentially, what if you were temporarily undead, and then once you get closer to your actual body, you just jump out from there and go to the other one?
That's not how that works. Would be really easy to manipulate that system.
It sounds like it was manipulated already quite easily.
Once a soul enters an undead body, that's imprinted onto the soul. You would need a resurrection or true resurrection spell to really bring them back. So, as much as would be able to get into any body, Darwin, I'd really like my own back.
I'm doing all that I can to get you into your own body.
Do keep in mind, this means we need to get the body and bring it here. Because
Yeah, I
you can't
know.
leave here.
Yeah.
So, is Pierce Shandon all we have?
It's the last thing I had. All of my other contacts didn't want to do anything about it, so they're dead to me.
I see, I get it. Okay.
If you were in my body, how would you go about getting one of your clones?
I'd probably talk to Pierce. He's the only person I haven't talked to yet, because he's a lot.
If that wasn't an option anymore, what would be your second choice?
Well, then I guess I'm just gonna run in guns blazing, because I don't have any other choices. Unless you can make a clone out of nothing. Can you do that? Can you do that?
It would be pretty cool if we could.
Just a thought. Darwin, can you make fake ID cards? Something that could get us past security, just get us inside?
That is a really good question, actually. Let me think about
You guys still
that.
have applications kind of in the process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, but I'm talking about like just bypassing that altogether and
Yeah.
just having some sort of fake ID that could at least get us past security and into the building.
I mean, it's worth considering, I guess.
I mean,
I
what's the
don't know
worst
if I
that-
can make an ID per se, but I could
Yeah.
try to hack a system.
Well, we'd want a key card so we could get through. Like, if you could potentially make a master key or make a dupe of someone else's
Yeah.
key card.
Do you think that this is I guess above the typical question. Am I able to have some sort of like RFID copying technology on my pad?
You could definitely buy it.
Is that a thing that I'm capable of doing?
You could
I
definitely
could buy it.
Well, you need a way to imprint the card, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say my iPhone can do it, but also we're talking about like government level security, so probably
Right.
my iPhone wouldn't be able to copy that level of security. That type
You'd be
of encryption.
surprised.
Really? Now I do have.
You'd be surprised how
decrypt.
low security is in a lot of office buildings.
Can I use something like decrypt to find out what kind of security that card uses, and then maybe like encrypt to imprint that same type of security onto a new card?
If you had one, potentially.
So we would just have to steal
War
an
crime.
encryption card.
Or pay someone for theirs.
Yeah, we'd have to just acquire it somehow. I mean, that seems a better option than guns blazing.
Maybe we... Okay. I say we try and figure out how to do a dupe card or MasterCard, and we figure out if we can get our hands on schematics for the building so we know where we're going before we even go in. That
Mr.
work for you
Damien,
guys? Mr. Damien?
Yeah.
sorry. This Pierce Shannon fellow, he would help you if you needed help.
If he knew who I was, yeah.
I mean, he knows who you are, right? Like, you are friends.
Yeah.
So if we brought up, if we came in contact with him and brought up your plight, would he potentially? You think he'd potentially help us?
He'd need to verify my identity.
That's what ketchup butt's for?
That's what ketchup is for.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I could send him an email. It'll be easy.
You haven't
Damien,
done that
where
already?
did
No, it takes a while to drive back into town.
I see.
Damien, do you remember the last place you had your security card?
Hmm.
No.
Oh yeah, you were kind of
I
having
was
kind of a
not
big coke party.
really
Yeah.
all there.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Where did you live?
Oh, Boreas doesn't know what cocaine is.
Oh no.
Oh no, no, we do not need to. We do not need
lived-
to revisit the Coke Moth.
I lived in a big white sandcastle made of sand that's white. And sand.
And had a piano,
made
also
of sand.
not made of sand, filled with sand.
Full of
You
sand.
found my secret stash? Shit.
We've been through this already once before, Damien.
I forgot. I'm still kind of not
It's
all
okay.
there.
No, you
They
know
don't
you're
really
fine.
tell
You
you
don't
this,
have
but
a money.
when you die, you kind of your soul comes back and you're still kind of high.
Well, I guess it's not too unpleasant.
Hard to keep track of things.
I mean, I've never been so obsessed with hats before, so yeah, it was an experience.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else before we go?
Not that I can think of.
Can't really think of anything with a either.
Just asking in case the tears did help, but any idea where we can find your next tier, Luna?
Look for something blue.
Boreas' head turns towards Zeneca.
Well, if
What?
Seneca had one, she would feel it. I think.
I mean, I'm not glowing blue anymore, am I?
Is she?
No.
Maybe water? Maybe the beach?
Anything. Like the hell, it could be one of those stupid rainbow coffees Darwin's so fond of.
Ugh.
I introduced that to him. That's my thing.
I mean, I don't think they're stupid.
I do have a
All right.
request if you are about to set out.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a priority, but if you could keep an eye out for my friend, that would be
The one
very
that
helpful.
you couldn't describe other than being fast.
Yes.
Flying through the cloud.
If we. Well. I mean. I was hoping to kind of keep that in the back of my mind anyhow. So that's not a problem.
You were saying that
That's
The-
not correct.
the moon dragon is for them?
Mhm.
Why is it doing that? It's adding so much to this roll.
I don't know. Looks like a pretty good roll to me. And then there's that.
Yeah, ew. Reroll.
How are you enforcing a reroll onto Luna?
I don't know, man.
I see.
Try harder.
Silvery
Do
barbs.
better.
Are you using
They
a
can't
silvery
get bitch.
barbs?
I don't have it.
No,
Okay.
I don't have one of those. I almost got it, but then I was like, nah.
Okay.
I have a question. You were able to pull Damien's soul out of Darwin. Are you able to do the same with Nyx's?
That all depends. Damien was willing. If Nyx is within you and unwilling, it would be dangerous.
Is there a way to check?
Not without being very intrusive.
In what way?
You would be possessed.
Ah, well, it wouldn't be the first time, so...
By Nyx or you?
Yes.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a cat and it's a god, and the god is nice, and the cat is a cat, so...
I mean,
It's a nice cat.
It wouldn't be the worst to at least have a chance to speak with them.
Yeah. This is going to be really weird. How do we make this happen?
Are you sure you wish to undergo this process?
Is it going to do something to me? Like in a long-lasting negative way?
This is a very difficult procedure. You will need to be exercised in order to return to normal.
Can you do that?
Not during.
But after?
If it was after, then I would already be out.
Shell just looks confused. I don't know. Will you be able to help with that then, or no?
No.
Okay. Anybody know how to exercise someone?
I'm sure I could find someone at the church, but I have a feeling that might be a Hadrax level sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the process, but that's not my style of magic.
Do you think Nyx might, hand it back over?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but
Right, well...
it's up to you if you want to try.
Shit. Sure. Let's just do it.
Do think twice about this just in case for now, because who knows how long you'll potentially be not yourself.
It's not like I have a job.
Does anybody else here know how to drive?
I'm sure any of us could try.
That's what I said last time someone asked.
I mean,
Shall I
my
think
family's
the
never...
idea of someone handling your car and the goods in your trunk gave you pause?
On second thought, this isn't ever gonna happen.
Your precious treasures.
I almost did a spit take, god damn it.
You will never speak to your friend again.
Oh. What's more important, your car or my friend?
It's not my car.
What's more important?
You
Your
can't
current mode of
manipulate me.
transportation.
Look, I get my stuff, I put it in a safe place.
I mean, we
not
could hire
in Darwin's
Jerry
apartment.
again.
But then you'd have to drive me back to my car. Well, I wouldn't be aware to, like, experience that. And if anything does happen to my car,
Or maybe
I'll kill
Toby
it.
Larone would be helpful. If we
Darwin,
asked.
think
your
he'll let
eyes
the
are
work with us
suddenly
again.
on fire. What has happened?
I would prefer Toby Larone to Jerry. Merely staying silent in this to be more agreeable. But not Jerry. I couldn't even finish forming that sentence.
Damn, I really hurt you, huh?
You're getting on it.
Jerry
My
is all I
bad.
have to say.
I don't think maybe I should today then. I do need to relocate my stuff, and we don't really have a guarantee that Toby Larone or Jerry is in the area right now, and can be
No.
contacted and all that.
Oh, I mean, we'd have to set something up and do this at a later date, sort of thing. But
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe one of us could get our license if we needed to.
I'm sure that's not too difficult nowadays. Yeah, do that. I'm going to pay someone a visit, I think. Okay. We'll come back on this. I'll try to see if I can't, look within or whatever.
So, you can't get my body. How about another one of Darwin's, eh? He's doing like
Darwin's-
the finger pointing thing.
I don't think Darwin has a clone. Darwin, do you have clones?
I do not. I do not.
Okay.
Do you know anybody that can make clones, Damien?
No, that's why I went to Galen.
I see.
All right, good talk.
Then yeah, then I don't really see any other options besides. I mean, would you not mind just being in another? What do you even call it? Vessel, body, type of creature for now?
I'd really not prefer that.
I mean, there's
Well,
only
you
like
could use it until you got your clone, and then we could just kill you, and then you'd go to your clone, right?
No,
Yeah,
because
how's-
my
how's-
vessel is gonna be imprinted into that thing. So if that thing is destroyed, then I'll just die.
What thing?
The item,
Anything.
whatever, the vessel.
Oh.
Yeah, we went over that with the undead thing.
I was thinking about taking, someone who's strangling an old lady in the middle of the street and, beating him up really bad and taking him out here and, forcing his soul out and...
Oh wait,
Demons
shit! You know
or
Strangling
something.
Joe?
I've heard of him.
Damn, he's everywhere.
Is
huh?
he still actually doing stuff? Because I haven't been keeping up.
I don't know. I've kind of been here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. If I find anything next time we visit, I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay, well. Anything else?
No, I think at this point we're just kind of floundering about in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Boris will kind of put away his books after looking through all his spells and try to get ideas, and put away the egg. And I think it's best if we go for now.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back in the city.
If you find my friend, I believe they know where the egg is supposed to go.
Okay.
Any idea how we could potentially find them? Was there anything they particularly liked or gravitated towards?
Me?
Other than you.
I don't remember anything else.
Maybe we go to where is nicest to observe you? I don't know. I don't know where something like that would be in this world. Outside of the mountain we met Jerry on.
I don't know much about your plane, but if you would imagine where you think I might like to go, they might be there.
Where
But-
would you like to go?
Somewhere with the reflection.
I like being here.
In space? Is this thing in space?
Space?
Okay, I pull out my handy dandy minor illusion, and it's like you're watching a Carl Sagan video or some shit, where it's like on the Earth and then it zooms out, and it's like you are here, like pointing at the moon, and it's all shattered and shit. Like that's you, that's
Dude.
where we are. And the black stuff with all the sparkles, that's like space.
Oh, you
There are
mean the
billions
outer
and billions of
planes?
stars.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I've always been part of the inner planes.
Okay, then maybe not, because you're just floating outside of the planet.
I am?
Yeah, like
Aren't
this
you-
is.
Wait, are we sure about that?
I thought. Where do you feel you are?
I am here.
That doesn't. Okay, well, I appreciate the answer. You can't see outside of what you like, so you can see us, but can you see beyond that?
I can see you when you're here.
And when we're gone, is it just that you see this space and that's it?
Yes.
Damn.
There's nothing. There's
Okay.
nothing else out. There's nothing else out here. It's look up. There's not even stars in the sky.
I
There's
think
nothing here.
There was more before, but I don't know what happened.
Maybe finding where the tears will help.
Yes.
I'm
Please
sorry
help
that
me
it's
find
been
my
a painful
tears.
process. Yeah, will do. Alright.
Last call.
Let's get going.
I can't
Huh?
think of
You guys
anything else.
remember how to get back?
No.
Go to the pond and look in. Or the body of water and look in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we did last time?
Believe so, yeah. I think Shell remembered he felt kind of weird looking at the water.
There's a part of my brain that it keeps ticking that says, you have to be more specific, but I shouldn't. I have to stop listening to that side a lot more. You go
Aw.
over.
Well, walk into the water and look down.
Yeah, I think that's what we
not
did
all
last
of
time.
it.
Yeah, it was like
It was the pond by the cabin that we fought the skibbity-doo werewolves.
So you go over to the water's surface and walk into the middle. Looking down upon the surface, you can see a reflection. And as you did before, you look down and imagine where you want to return.
that's
You
what it was.
imagine
Okay.
the tall tree that erupted out of Boreas' staff and the safety of the height it granted before you came here. And in an instant hypnotization, as you're looking down into the pool, you don't notice the shift, but you are back on the material plane, looking where you were imagining, and up in the tree. So what's the plan, guys?
What time of day is it?
You guys came out here right after your shift, so it's probably morning. And I will be generous because you guys leveled up. I will not incur a point of exhaustion
Thanks.
for you guys not sleeping an entire day.
Yeah. I don't know, part of the gift or something.
You do feel refreshed, so it makes sense.
Oh, lovely. Okay,
So what is the plan?
I have things I want to do. Do you guys have things you want to do?
By the time you guys get back to the city, if that's where you're headed, it'll be PM. It'll be nighttime. Like second half of the day.
Oh, good. Cool. Sick. Oh, perfect, actually.
Yeah, I think Darwin and I should at least look into this whole card thing and see if there's some way for us to either hack in or dupe, or like while he's tinkering trying to make one, I could potentially be looking for someone trying to sell or potentially find an employee to steal it from.
I was thinking like maybe even if we move forward far enough with our job applications.
They still haven't gotten back to us.
Yeah.
So I'm less enthusiastic about that.
But a possible other avenue, because we could maybe try to infiltrate and take one from there. But that's all depending on the very singular fact that we would still have to go in for like interview process and all that jazz.
So it sounds like you guys are headed back to the city.
Yes.
How long of a ride is that?
About
8
8
hours.
hours.
All right. In that time, I am going to go into trance and take my long rest.
Okay.
Spent for 4 hours. Just kind of like just zone out in the back seat.
That's gonna suck being the tall one. Darwin's seated right in front of you and he's got the chair kicked all the way back.
I will
So
deal with
comfortable.
that because I want that feature to kick in.
Okay. So let's go ahead and take our break. When we come back, you
Yes.
guys will be returning into the city, and we'll see what you guys want to do then.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back, folks. Take this time,
Toodaloo.
stretch your legs, grab a drink of water,
No.
get a snack, or maybe don't do anything. Deprive yourself of everything.
I'm gonna pee.
Go piss and then drink it.
What? And we're back.
Hello.
Welcome back. Me, I guess.
So, you guys are driving back into the city once again. Your devices are repowered as soon as you enter the city limits.
How long's it been this time?
About 16 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Probably not expecting anything. I mean, we can check our messages and shit, but I'm not expecting anything new within 16 hours.
Yeah.
Outside of spam.
I'll check just to make sure my parents haven't put out a missing persons report again.
No. They know to wait a little longer this time. Now that you've talked to them.
Let me get this out
So
of the way. The long rest went through for me.
Of course.
Okay, let's pop that.
I don't know
And
why
then-
you needed it, but sure.
Well, because of this, the signifier being, I have to finish the long rest.
Consult your star map for omens or roll a die. I would have let you do this just like for the level up.
That's what we were saying beforehand, but I was like, it says when to be finished long rest, so let me just play it by ear.
Sure.
So
Fair.
it was do a quick 20. Is it even or odd? Let's see. Even.
You gain access to a
That
special
is
reaction based on whether you roll
wheel.
an even or odd number, so you get a wheel. Whenever a creature you see within 30 feet of you is about to make a d20 test, you can take a reaction to roll d6 and add the number to the total. Okay?
Cool.
You can do this how many times? What's your
Three
modifier?
times a day. 3 times.
Cool.
Was the modifier plus 3?
Very cool.
Hmm.
Do you have a tracker on your sheet for that?
I do. I definitely added it.
Great. Okay, so this is a tricky thing. So, based off the wording on this, this is like maybe the second or third time I've seen someone use this. No one's used it in my games for sure. So we're just gonna go off of the text. You do have to do this before you know the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're about to make a d20, yeah.
So you have to do this before you know the result. I'm just gonna
That's
keep
fine.
it like open that way. You don't have to like. You can do it like as they're rolling. I'm not gonna be that stingy, but
Yeah. Oh
before
yeah,
you know
if
the result.
I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna say it, and I'm definitely gonna use it when I say it. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Yeah, who wants to go first?
Not everyone at once.
Good talk, guys.
Well, where are we? Are we reconvening somewhere
you
first?
guys are just kind
or-
of in the car together, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
whoever wants to
Yeah.
get dropped
Are
off
you in
first, or you
the-
guys can do everything together. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I know you two had some kind of plans, like to make something or something. Boreas, did you have any plans?
Right now, I'm just on the lookout for relatively warm bodies.
That sounds so
Ah.
creepy when you say it like that.
Ha.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Did we? Boreas kind of like motions to himself in shell. Did we fully explain the people we met?
Yeah. I don't actually remember, but I will. I'll explain as we're driving. Like, we kind of agreed to help some struggling lycanthropes like they're cursed or whatever with getting stuff to eat. So if you happen to go on another killing spree, at least save the bodies.
Okay. Can't say that.
Shrug.
I'm that seems okay.
I don't know if I will do that again. That last time was somewhat out of necessity.
So no more superhero stuff? Are you guys
Whatever you need to say
done
to
with that?
whatever you need to say to justify your murders.
Probably should retire the Bark Knight.
I mean,
Uh.
maybe not entirely, but we're gonna lay low for a little bit, at least.
Alright, you have no right to judge me on agreeing to help these lycanthropes with their body needs.
No judgment.
To be fair, I don't think it needs to be a human body. It's just anything, like some meat. They need meat.
Right.
Well, sorry, to qualify, they need blood.
Blood. Okay.
That is the nature of the curse.
Okay.
Vampires.
So they're are they vampires or are they lycans?
Look at the
They're just cursed, I think. I don't know.
I see.
They're bloodthirsty.
E. So are you going to do that here, or did you have like a location that you were going to go looking for more bodies? And
to be completely honest, I don't know where anything is, so I'm kind of just watching the side of the road.
How fresh do these bodies have to be?
Well, considering it needs to be blood, I would assume a day or two.
fairly.
I mean, are they opposed to anticoagulants?
I didn't have the chance to ask.
I mean, if it's just blood they need, why not just rob the blood bank?
I'm trying not to commit a life of crime.
How
And
much?
body snatching isn't a crime?
Not when they're dead. Well,
That
that's
would
the body.
I mean,
I don't know.
that is the partial definition of body snatching.
Yes, it's true.
To be
It is
fair,
technically
it's
still a crime.
to be fair, body snatching implies the bodies were wanted.
Precisely. Like, if some asshole's like, I don't know, holding up a daycare for some reason. Like, he might as well just be dead, right? But like, it doesn't matter.
No, I don't want to be the one to kill them. It's just if there is
A body.
blood to be shared, I would prefer to help them with their problem.
You just stuff it in your bag of holding.
Could we not donate blood? Can we not just use our own blood? How much blood do we need?
There was a lot of them.
I'm unsure if they'd like mine, so.
I counted almost 30 in the room.
Oh.
I'll be honest, they're quite nice. Very quiet, kept to themselves.
Stole my keys, but gave them back. Did you want to stay with... Huh?
That is a bit of a conundrum of how we might find 30 bodies worth of blood.
I don't think it needs to be full bodies. It's just helping with what they can get.
That's why I was suggesting robbing a blood bank.
I feel
Or-
like
I
we
really
I don't
like
know.
that Zeneca is all in on crimes now.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it's giving Harley Quinn a little bit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe we go visit the undead in the city. Maybe Maybe there's some vampires who might know where we can source things for a price. Just saying, you don't need a full body. You don't necessarily have to kill someone to get it.
Well, I never said I was going to be killing someone. I just, based on my experience, the past 4 days I've been here, bodies just appear here sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can just
That's kinda
walk
true.
down the street in York again and there's like 6 bodies.
Usually more wherever Darwin goes, apparently.
Yeah, 20
It's
of them.
only it's only been
That's-
4 days, and yet you've already mastered the art of drowning out the bullet fire in the background.
Yeah, you kind of have to learn fast on that one.
It's incredibly concerning how comfortable I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't even hear the traffic anymore.
And don't
It's just
even
like-
hear the screams of the dying.
Yeah.
God, is it part of that chip thing they put in me? Just numbs me to the world.
If so, I would consider it a bit.
I mean, maybe.
Did you want to stay with Seneca and Darwin tonight to do what you needed to do? Or
I have no obligations or necessities that right this moment, so I can go wherever somebody needs to do something. Has anybody doing anything important that needs a pair of hands?
For right now, I don't have anything for you to
I was just
do
gonna help
job-wise.
Seneca search for possible cards on sale, because I don't think I can really do any sort of type of copying and imprinting until we actually get the card, right?
I mean, you could try, but
Seneca's gonna message her brothers and say, hey, do you know anyone who could get me a Corpo ID?
they immediately ask you why without any other context.
We need to break into Galen to steal a body.
It's complicated?
Then no.
Oh, I need to get into Galen.
Why?
I have to retrieve something for a client.
Is it that important? If we go to jail again, the bail's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh, that's why I said, do you know someone who could get me, not can you make me? I'm just looking for a name.
Make a persuasion check.
Ew. Add a d6 to that. +2.
19. We do, but we'd rather not ask them.
Do you owe them money or something?
We'd rather hold on to this favor.
Well,
Is
I'm
it
not-
really that important to you?
Yes, but I'm not asking you to call in a favor. I will pay them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're gonna pay them or not. This is a favor to us. Okay,
So I owe you guys a favor.
a big one.
Okay.
No joke, sis. This is major. Are you really sure?
give me an example of how bad this is. Like, what kind of favor would I be looking at paying you back?
Like, this is the kind of favor that you stake your whole life on.
Jesus. Or I should say, Oba. Okay, if it's that bad, never mind. I'll find another way.
I might have a way, but I'm not sure if this will work. I can install a piece of software on. I can install a monitor on software or hardware, so maybe one of their keycard systems, and look for specific information. So perhaps that specific information could be whatever security, I don't know what it's called, whatever security clearance information encryption they use for their keycard. And then I would just have it, and then I could try to imprint this clearance onto the phony keycard.
The what?
The phony keycard, and we could see if it works. But we still have to buy the hardware to imprint the new encryption onto the card.
You'd also be doing that to like a megacorp, and that would be difficult to actually succeed in without being caught. Whether it's hacking or just manually installing it, they've got eyes everywhere.
Yeah. I could. Yeah.
I almost wonder if it'd be easier if we just hacked into our applications and just kind of boosted it up the pile or something.
Give yourself an interview.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could use a shadow installation that enables me to not just stand at a terminal trying to install the software into their terminal. I could be up to 100 feet away, but I would have to use maybe a terminal at Galen Research Facility and not at the museum. And being 100 feet away from a high clearance terminal might be somewhat suspicious. Just throwing ideas out. If I were to go through with this plan, would I have to basically be like roll a 20 to succeed?
Basically, yes.
Man.
Because of the things already mentioned. This is you're asking for extremely high level clearance versus a government body that actually has that's like actually utilizing their high clearance systems. So yeah, it would be very, very, very difficult.
5-factor authentication.
So there's an added level of difficulty for shadow installation. So you could definitely just try to hack their systems. It would be much easier to detect you if you did it just a normal hack. Hacking with shadow installation makes it harder for you, but makes it much harder to detect you. That's the double-edged sword of how hacking works. So it's always this is basically how it's always going to work. Like,
Yeah.
The
Make
shadow
it more
thing seems
difficult.
like the better idea.
It's
Mhm.
basically just like a trade-off. Like I
Mhm.
assume less risk, but also it's just more difficult because I'm not at the terminal doing the thing.
Well, you assume more initial risk in order to succeed. Because if you fail the shadow installation, then you can get detected much more easily.
But if I do the regular hacking route and I'm standing next to this terminal,
Then they don't need to try very hard to find you anyway.
yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing. That
Correct.
You could buy a
Hmm,
burner phone, do it from there, or something.
that's also true.
So what's the plan, guys?
I have completely different things that I want to do. I gotta
Think
text
What do you wanna
Dr.
do?
Dad. I want to see if he'll let me come up there. Finally. I am accepting his offer.
What are
You're
you
tired of living poor.
What are you sending to
What?
him?
God, what would I say?
Hey, I'm tired of living poor.
like, hey, my quote unquote roommate, it got another quote unquote roommate, in quotes, long story. So now the apartment's a bit crowded. Do you still have that room available?
It takes them a good, like, 10 to 15 minutes to respond to you, but they do. Yeah. Did you want to come over tonight?
Would that be alright? If not, I can just stay there. It's not a big deal.
No, it's alright. Sends you the address.
Thanks. I'll see you. Are you there now? Or should I wait?
Be home in 3 hours.
Got you. Alright. Well, I've got 3 hours to kill.
Where would I buy
So-
a plant?
Let's look for a card.
An apothecary, maybe?
A
like
plant?
there's
A garden center.
the gardens.
Yeah. Just a small like house plant, some bit of nature, something green.
Yeah, at the wall to Walmart.
The window to the Walmart.
And the window to the Walmart. Till the sweat drips down my balls, Mark.
Everything around here is so brown and gray, and it just needs hell, even just a little bush.
Oh,
Something.
I'm sorry. That is
I got a little bush.
slightly incorrect. This is cyberpunk, so there's neon lights flashing at you everywhere.
It's too much color.
It is
But it's
actually too
artificial.
much color. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. There. I want a more neutral, relaxed color.
It's just bad the other way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes from understimulated to overstimulated.
Right. Everything's just overstimulation.
Yeah, just need something to ground me.
I see what you did there.
Next time we're out in the Freelands too, if you want to bring like a pot or something.
To be fair, the last time I touched a wad plant, it basically kicked me in the balls.
Where was this?
Somewhere near Darwin's house.
Oh, that's your problem.
I was just gonna suggest that you find a plant just on the street somewhere. I forgot that I designed that ball grabbing.
Wolf nuts.
Wolf nuts.
Wolf nuts.
I totally forgot that I designed that, and I was like, "Why don't you just grab one off the street somewhere?" And you did.
Just get a little
It's
potted.
so good.
Just try to find like a little someplace to buy a little potted plant.
Yeah, sure, I'll drive you there.
If it's on the way to your wherever you're going.
Well, where I'm going is on the sky layer, so.
There's like all manner of convenience stores, and they have like really tiny like desk plants. Are you looking for something bigger than that?
Get a little cactus.
Oh.
A succulent is too basic for Boreas.
They have a cute aesthetic. Get a Monstera then, bitch. If you think you're so good.
The idea of like just being too good for a succulent. It's like it's literally the entry level plant. It's like the idea that somebody's too good for it is incredible.
It's very funny. He's snooty. I like that.
I mean, Zeneca, I've been kind of using your couch. How big do you think it should be? Something small, right? Not in the way.
I mean, you could get a floor pot if you wanted to. Like, I don't mind.
To be
You
honest,
want
like
something a little bigger.
if it's too big, I could always just keep it in the bag and just take it out when need to relax or something like that.
You can
Watering.
always, like, have one at Darwin's or something. I'm not gonna be there anymore.
As long as it's not gonna bust through the roof of my apartment, I don't mind what size you bring.
That's just the staff. That's not a thing I do normally.
Okay, then we can go to a garden center and get you something small. See what floats your boat.
Sounds like we're going on a shopping trip then. ID card for Darwin. Plant for me.
Okay, Darwin, are you just looking for anybody with an ID card that works for Galen?
I think I would start the search with something that's like medium to high clearance security. If that seems like something I'd probably have to look on the darknet too, huh?
So yeah, my
can't
clarifying
darken it.
question would be like, how are you going to know it's high clearance?
You know, that's a really good question.
Right.
I figured that I would maybe, like, in my analysis of the card encryption, I would find some information that would say what kind of clearance it is.
So you're just like scanning everyone that walks by, basically? Am I understanding you correctly?
Wait, I thought I was gonna buy this card, and it would be like delivered to me at the address that I specify.
Oh, okay.
Like I would look somewhere on like some sort of darknet market.
So okay, so you're not looking on the streets. You're looking.
Darwin is hardly
You're-
street.
You're looking from the streets. Okay.
Yeah, I don't Like, I didn't even know that would have been an option to
You're
just
looking for a hookup.
scan everybody that walks by me. You know,
Darwin's got
Yeah.
that dog in
that's like
Yeah.
throwing.
No, he wants to get that dog in someone else.
It's not really
Hey.
at that point, though. Real talk, like that's definitely
That
man.
That encryption though. What that encryption do? Unlock
Hot,
things.
hot single encryptions in your area want to meet up. God damn it. Why did my brain go back to that joke? Fucking hell.
Hot single encryptions in your area want to be unlocked, bro.
Y'all need to quit.
No,
Never.
I'll never
Okay.
quit.
Okay.
Too legit.
Hackers hate Darwin for this one trick that he knows.
Oh,
Bro,
no, he's
your
clickbaiting us
encryption
now.
by 3 inches.
Jesus Christ.
Three multi-factors, dude.
They don't want you to know this one secret about encryptions.
Click here to find out.
Enter credit card to find out.
The song My Religion plays, but it's by encryption.
Too much clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bark Web?
Bark web.
Bark web.
Yeah, I heard dark web.
Thank you
Bark
so much. I was so worried that was gonna go unnoticed.
No, I heard it. I was just waiting for the right
Yeah.
moment to reprise it.
Thanks.
Bark web.
Bark web.
Make a investigation check, Darwin.
I can do that.
Meanwhile, Zeneca and Boreas, what kind of plant you guys looking for?
I can't do that.
Something that won't kick Boreas in the balls.
So not Lycanus pyrene. Got it.
I'm gonna.
Something tasteful, something's relatively small, but like a small ficus, something like a nice little potted plant.
Okay. Like, how big? How big though? Like how big?
Ficus is
Inches.
usually like 6 to 8 inches. At least the small ones are. To start.
Right. Yeah. The small ones are 6 to 8 inches. Everyone heard that, right?
God damn.
Never ends.
That's huge.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Jesus God, if that's small, I don't want to know.
We're talking a ficus here. Ficus is not necessarily that small, so.
I would say it's average.
I don't want to know how big a large ficus is.
I'm gonna fucking. Sorry. Apologies.
Okay. Like
Okay, continue.
something
vamping.
about. Yes, sorry. Something about. I'd say mid-waist height off the floor. So I would say maybe
like 2 feet
2
tall.
feet tall.
So not 6 to 8 inches. Okay,
No.
great. Yeah, I definitely can't relate. So 2 feet tall. Yeah, you'd have to go to a place that like specializes in plantery.
To a nursery.
Plantery?
Yeah, and all things plants. I said what I said.
It's true.
I heard what you said.
Double down. We like the confidence. Getting chocolate all over the place.
What?
I got a big ass cookie and I'm getting chocolate everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Does he find his plant?
Oh, yeah, make an investigation check.
I'm just so many things happening and my brain just
You can
overloaded.
do it at
Sorry.
advantage because Zenika's helping you.
Oh, good.
Thank
nice. You find a good plant, probably.
You find a good 2-foot plant and things that are also around the same size. You have a good selection of choice. And you find one that is to your liking. And it is also not like Hannah's pirate.
That's a important fact. Anything you prefer out of these?
I honestly don't know plants very well, so I'll leave the choice up to you.
Would you prefer one with flowers?
Do they smell?
I mean, all flowers smell. It just depends.
I mean,
Are
do
there
they have
any
perfume?
yeah. Like I said, all flowers that give some smell. It's just, are there any of the plants like already blooming?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Take a pick.
I'm gonna have to make a Zeneca Studio bedroom battle map.
If any of them have like a yellow flower on them.
Yellow flower, 2 feet tall, maybe in.
A sunflower.
Hibiscus, maybe.
I was thinking like something like an orchid or something like that, maybe. So hibiscus sounds good actually. So get like a nice big ornament, like a nicely designed pot, and then the plant. Yeah. Grab the plant, bring it to the counter. It's like, excuse me, how much is this?
With the pod, it's gonna be 60 credits.
Fantastic. I will swipe and pay for that.
Great. Help you with anything
guess-
else?
Is there anything else you'd want?
No. I think this is good.
Let's see. Who's toe? Woodlands. Oh, do you have?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can just. Whatever. I'm fine. Let's go.
Oh,
Seems
okay.
good out of it.
You changed your mind twice. That's cool. Thanks for shopping at Plantsalada.
We have
Plants
a lot
a
of plants. Plants a lot. We have a lot of plants.
Oh man.
Amazing. For now, to just put it in the bag. Just gently lower it into the bag of holding.
All right.
There we go.
Darwin, you rolled a 9 on your investigation. Are you sure you want to stick with it?
Oh,
I was going to lucky that.
Okay. Yeah. Don't wait. Do it.
investigate.
Ha ha.
Ah
ha.
You want to stick with the 16?
Well, I mean, it's better.
It is better.
I feel like I could do better. I'm gonna try once more.
Not one.
You had to say something.
It was 2. I was so fucking close.
You had
Oh
to say
man, I
something.
got powers, dude.
I feel like I could do better. I'm gonna
Wizard.
do. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
use my.
you have a
last-
16 still, so if you want to stick with the 16,
Oh, can I use?
That's
Or
still
you
what
can
it is.
spend all your
You-
luckies.
You can still keep rolling if you have the things available.
I am going to. If I roll lower than 16, I can still use that 16 in the end, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll one more time.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Do you want to
That's
stick with
almost
the
the best
24?
roll you could get.
I would like to stick with the 24, please.
16.
Fuck you.
Oh, could you imagine? That would really suck. That would really be bad.
I didn't know it was coming, but in my heart, I knew this was coming.
All right. 24. Cloning facilities are extremely highly protected because they are private property sectors of the branch. So anything regarding a customer to this mega corporation, unless they're like directly selling the information, is very much kept under extreme lock and key, right? So getting a key card that has access to the cloning sites are generally unheard of, and especially anything that comes up is already looked at with a level of scrutiny that is like, this has got to be fake, right? This is like, a Nigerian prince is definitely not talking to me. But then there's that like 0.00001% chance that it could actually be a Nigerian prince that's doing sketchy things, right?
Yeah.
You find two listings. One of them definitely looks sketchier than the other, but they both are they're both advertising for high-level Galen clearance. The one that is more specific is stating that it has clearance to a lot of the direct medical facility sites, and the other one just says high-level clearance. The difference is that the one that is less specific is asking for more money, and the one that is more specific is asking for less. The one that's more specific is asking for 7,500, and the one that is more specific is asking for 25,000.
Damn. That's a big difference.
Sorry, what was the first one again? 75?
7,500. 7,500
For the non-specific, for the specific one.
for the specific one.
I would like to crowdsource this decision and bring it up to the rest of the group and explain to them exactly what you just told me about. I found 2 security cards. One is pretty specific and less sketchy looking in terms of the listing, and it costs less, about 7,500. The other one is a little bit more sketchy. It doesn't really have a description. It just says high-level security clearance card, and that one is, I already forgot. Sorry,
25,000.
25,000. What do you guys think? It could
Get them
Damien
both.
would pay us back for this shit, right? Hopefully.
Damien?
Yeah. I'd like to think he'd pay us back.
At the very least, you owe us big time.
Well, I have 11,000, so 25,000 is not something I could potentially buy. I don't know about you guys.
I have 10,000, but that would be all of the both of our money.
Loans do exist.
And it was
And I'm already in debt, so
It's true.
I would prefer not to
Get more.
sink further into that hole, yeah.
Oh man.
well, do we want to go with the cheaper one then, or do we not want to risk this and see if we can find another way in?
Yeah, the thing is that I'm just worried that it's a too good to be true type of situation. Like, what's not to say that this is some type of honeypot situation?
Well,
Is there a way
okay,
you can verify?
maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a way of getting in on a tour or something along those lines.
So the unfortunate thing here, to answer Shell's question, yes, you could try and run some tests in order to specify like what exactly you have, but it's the difference of theory versus practice. Unless you actually use it
yeah.
on Galen systems, you're
I'll
not
know
going to
for
know if it's
sure.
foolproof or not. Yeah.
Well, either which way, you should go down there with a disguise of some sort. So, I mean,
The Bark Knight
get whatever one
rises.
you want.
Nobody
Like,
wants to stand in my
go-
way after they've seen what
Yeah,
I've
go
done.
beat up more assholes and then take their money. Maybe don't kill them this time.
I'm also wondering, like, because it's such a high security facility, will they always have the same key cards and the same encryptions every single day? What if they like switch monthly or every 90 days they switch encryption types? Then buying a card might not do anything. Just a thought.
It's up to you.
In that case, it would be less of a risk to just hack the terminal directly.
Cheaper too, I guess.
And cheaper too, yeah. But these places, as you know, are enormous, country-sized, or
Mhm.
city-sized at least. And it's research facility, so I'm guessing that's probably also a very huge structure, because that's kind of their bread and butter, right? That's how they will make money.
I mean, it might be huge, but maybe not as huge, considering it's not like... It may not also be like a place where people live, like just the layperson or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder if they contract people from the outside for the research, or if they have people in-house. Because if it is like an extremely tight security system, then it would be more secure to just have whoever works there just live inside of the facility.
Yeah. It's true. Either way, though, I don't know. I feel like this is a EU thing. Like, I'm not like the hacker guy.
It's a risk, right? We can go there and directly hack the terminal, potentially get caught. or we could buy this and potentially lose a
there and
lot of
get
money and then go there and get caught. Like the card might work, and it might be a great boon for us. But also, it might just be some sort of elaborate trap that Galen has set up to not only catch us in the act with like an MO, but to also we just keep our money too. We would be whatever we spent poor and arrested.
Well,
But the
are
upside
you
is that
expecting like all of us to go and do this while you're hacking?
No, I would need maybe somebody to maybe be a lookout.
Do any of these corporations offer like tours of the facility? I know these facilities are huge, but like a basic tour.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Definitely not any research facilities.
Okay.
So you can do a guided tour, but those are going to be business sector only.
So we need like an introduction of some sort.
You could just
Would-
wait for your second interview. I got declined mine because of a criminal record, so if you guys don't have a terrible criminal record, you're probably fine.
Well, what about your doctor dad? Wouldn't he
What do you
technically
mean, my doctor?
wouldn't he technically have credentials to potentially like say, hey, I want a tour of the Galen facilities?
Oh, I really don't.
Because he's
know.
he's up there with like some sort of cloney kind of background, so maybe they'd actually let him in and you could go in as an associate.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's up his. He's like my like cybernetic kind of doctor.
The roadblock is that he's in a different megacorp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they would also be like very uncomfortable with that. I feel because of that reason.
Damn.
It could feel like he's trying to steal their secrets or something.
That is definitely the main concern.
Yeah.
Also, we are trying to steal their secrets.
Right.
It feels that way because it is that way.
If he worked for the same company, like no issue. You just have to like schedule it and wait.
It is a shame we couldn't just grab some random person off the street and just bring them. I mean, look at that guy over there. He's not even doing it.
You literally
just-
could, but is it ethical to you?
He's just wandering around aimlessly.
This guy just like walking in circles on the side of the road.
Side of the walk.
Yeah. On the side of the walk. Yeah.
I heard the tone shift in your voice immediately. It was so good.
Sometimes
it's
my
what it-
lips flap faster than I think, and words just come out.
The side of the walk, bro. That's what all the
Yeah.
cool kids call the walkway.
Oh man. But no, like we could definitely probably do that. We would just, his soul would have to be removed and effectively the man would need to be killed. So that aligns with your morals. Go ahead and yoink him up.
Just grabbing a random body to to put his soul into. Sorry, my brain got distracted by side
I mean,
of the
Damien
walk.
seems a little vain, so like you could target them if they're beautiful or something. But like,
But wasn't there an issue where if a
Little- wait, a
soul
little
has already
vague.
imprinted onto the body, then he can't imprint onto the body? Something of that sort? Am I remembering that incorrectly? Maybe.
Well, that's why I said he mentioned. Once you put him into something else, he couldn't go back to his own body. It would be some sort of weird imprinting problem.
I see. So there's no sort of conflict if the body already had a soul, and then we would have to extract that soul somehow. and then put
killing them.
Damien's soul into the body.
You guys are really heavily discussing magical crimes right now.
Yeah.
On the street.
Yeah.
I thought we were still in my car. I'm gonna be real.
On the side of the street.
On the street side.
Side
On
of
the
the
side
wall.
of a walk.
The walk side.
Walk side.
Well,
Yeah, it's a shame that's not an option because I mean, to be honest, it's wouldn't be that hard. And
I wish this was brought up earlier because I would have had 20 options for him to choose from.
no, because you definitely killed those people. I don't think he said he didn't want to become an undead.
Oh, I see.
they would have to be living bodies.
Again, Jerry is an option.
Who is this Jerry you keep talking about?
I
All I know of him is that whenever you mention it, Darwin's ears suddenly drop.
like the idea of no longer Jerry existing. I can't even form sentences because of my pure my brain is also working when I think about Jerry.
I am
It's not the side of the walk that I'll be on.
But also, I don't think Damien would want to be such a
Mousekin.
detestable character.
Yeah. He'd probably want to be human because I think that's what he said he was. And also we saw his clone and it was.
That was you make some very good points.
Thank you.
Just kind of, I don't know if Damien would have thought about this already, but like, what if we forge documents and ID and stuff to pretend to be him and requisition one of the clones to be delivered? Is that something we could potentially try? Say, hey, I need one of my clones, please deliver it here.
You could try it.
Didn't he say they tried to kill him?
Did they?
Somebody tried to kill him. Yeah.
Zeneca, I'm gonna ask you to make a knowledge check.
Yeah, somebody who knew that he has clones because they were trying to prevent him from getting to another body.
Anchored his soul.
Yeah.
And then we turned him into origami.
Yes.
12. You just talked about this. Damien mentioned that his soul is supposed to just go to the next clone. So, delivery of a clone wouldn't really make sense.
But it like a soul, like are soul stones a thing or something?
In what context?
Like it just for something to like house a soul.
You're thinking of a soul cage. That's the D&D version
Yes.
of Soul Stone.
Yes.
Yes, they do exist. But they torment the soul within, so it's not
Oh.
great. Not a great spell. But you could definitely get a soul cage, yes.
Yeah. Then I'm not sure what to do. Like if bringing it there isn't going to affect anything. And we can't really take... Does he need to be like in one of us again?
I think the power that enabled us to inhabit the same body with two souls was because of one of the tiers, right?
Yeah.
And because we gave it back, we can no longer do that. We'd have to switch back and forth. I should have asked if we can extend the time that his soul would be like fresh if we just switched back and forth in my body.
I see what you mean. So like you'll take his place? Like it's kind of like a month on, a month off, or something.
Yeah. It would like refresh the timer that his soul would expire.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
that
that's
could be.
not. I feel like that's not a thing.
Make
would
a
probably-
knowledge check or an arcana check. I'll let you guide her.
Definitely knowledge.
Oh well, good. Nice job.
Based off the way Luna was talking, it sounds like she's already extending as much as she can, and the soul going into your body doesn't really refresh that. So she's like making it last as long as possible, basically.
I see. If we got another tier, could we use... This would be a question, I think, we can ask next time, is if we got a tier, would we be able to do the double soul and a single... Two souls in one body?
I mean, maybe.
Potentially, yes.
I feel like it worked. I mean, if it worked the first time, it makes sense that it could.
Like, the tiers aren't specific in their power, right? They're just...
Powerful
Vessels
artifacts
of-
the moon.
Yeah, they're just
So-
vessels of power, but not specific power.
Darwin,
Can't
Darwin,
answer
sweetheart.
that question.
let me ask you a question. What would that serve? Having the two people in one body thing again.
We would have more ready access to Damien and his resources and his knowledge.
Okay.
And he could embody Darwin's body, or whoever's body at that point.
Yeah.
If Damien, as you, walked up to a building claiming he was Damien, I'd feel as if they wouldn't believe him.
That's literally what happened.
Well, yeah, we
that's-
went through this a
that's
little
happened,
bit
yeah.
already. Yeah, he did have like one contact that he brought to Darwin's apartment, and but he couldn't really like convince most people. But he did manage to get one person, and he feels like Pierce Shandon could also be helpful. So whenever
know
I
who
get
that
to where I
person
need
is?
to go, I can just email him. When I get
You know what I'm
to
saying? That the contact who you brought to the apartment.
where? No. We know his name.
That's a start at least.
Yeah, but I sincerely don't think he's got much he can do to help. So our best bet really is just Pierce Shandon right now, as far as like getting it in. So maybe hold off on planning and plotting. We still have plenty of time. We send off an email to Pierce, deal with the whole catch-up butt thing, see what he has to say, and go from there.
Have you guys just tried going to this M Corporation place and talking to him?
He's like the son of the CEO, so we can't.
Yeah, that's what the email is for. It would be, it's safer for him to check his email than to meet with strangers impromptu.
I understand that, but could you just go there and see in person, like, hey, I would like to leave a message. A friend of yours is in trouble, needs your help.
I mean, we could, but that would take a lot more time than just sending an email.
Do you have his email?
Yeah.
We have his email.
As of yesterday, yes. Damien just gave us like a pretty simple email for him. Just haven't gotten around to emailing him yet, so I'm gonna do that when I get up to the sky layer tonight.
So I guess we should do that then. That should be the first order of business before trying to break into a large corporation building.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. just plan after we get a response. If we get a response, just give us some time, because we still have some time left. Thankfully, the visits that we've had didn't leave us wherever we were for a week again.
My suggestion, because I don't know most of the things you guys keep talking about, let's do this email thing, and then if there's no answer by noon tomorrow, let's go there in person and try to leave a message at the desk.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Alright, get out of my car. I gotta go.
Make us walk.
There's a... Like, it's so close. Also, you could just take the, like a Uber.
Samtrek is so far.
You just take a Uber. It's like 15 creds.
Where are we going?
I have no idea where you guys are going. Shell's going out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good question.
Everything
Where are we
a
going?
tomorrow
creamy.
a tomorrow task?
Perhaps,
Feeling
yeah.
like it.
Okay. So
If-
For me, I gotta do stuff tonight, but
Mhm.
If that
Yeah.
is the case, Zeneca, how do you feel about having not a guard dog per se, but someone to watch over your apartment when you're not there?
I mean, I don't think my landlady would be very appreciative of another pet, considering the damage that Nyx did last time I left her alone. So what are we talking here?
I was thinking something more along the lines of a 2-foot tall hibiscus.
You want to make it sentient?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm in flashbacks.
This can't
to
go
tree.
badly.
To be fair, I've done this multiple times in the past, and it hasn't gone wrong yet. It's gone wrong once.
what happened the
I
one
lied.
time?
It went wrong once. It was a fly trap, and it was, while intelligent, it was very straightforward and focused on eating. And because it gained the ability to move around, it kept eating.
I want to say maybe not.
I mean, it's a hibiscus. I'm quite sure it's going to be much more neutral than a flytrap would be.
Fine, but what does it do if someone breaks in? Does it know how to differentiate between people? Like my parents sometimes swing by my place and let themselves in. If a pipe bursts while we're out or whatever, my landlady might want to walk in. I don't want to lose my place because she's attacked by a hibiscus. Like,
I mean, let me go and just
Like if
drop the spell in the chat so you can read it. The plant is fairly intelligent. I'm pretty sure it can differentiate between a hostile invader and a. Did it? Nope. Okay, there it is posted. Hostile invader and someone just walking in. And besides, it would be. You just tell it what to do. It can speak back to you.
I mean, maybe? We just have to make sure it knows that landlady and other moth type people, the Silkwings, are
Why not
okay.
invite them over and then introduce them?
Honestly, I think I'd rather my landlady not know about this. And my family, well, my parents are really quite busy.
I'm sure. From meeting your mother, I'm sure she'd get a kick out of it at least.
Honestly, having a talking plant at their restaurant might be good for customers, and having a guard dog over there might be a little bit better. But
I think.
you know what, we'll give it a try, see how it does.
I only suggest it because we have a lot of time to kill, and this is a extensive spell.
Okay, as long as we can cancel it if it messes
Oh, you
up.
have 8 hours to decide if you want to not go through it or not.
No, I mean once it's created.
Just burn it.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
The plant is charmed by me, so it will listen to it, but pretty much anything I say within reason. And it's a 2-foot hibiscus, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be walking around with the strength of, some sort of umbra beast.
Okay. If you think it's a good idea, then maybe. Okay.
It's not going to be security for your home. It'd be more, oh, so and so dropped by. Oh, while you were gone, I cleaned up the living room.
That
like a
I could
ring
live
cam.
with.
Oh wait, ring cams don't clean up living rooms. All right.
I mean, maybe that might be nice as long as it doesn't try and rearrange things too much.
That I can't guarantee. They do have personalities of their own. Reminder, they are, especially this one is an ornamental flower, so it does like things nice.
Okay. It's not going to be critical of my wardrobe, is it?
I've never asked. I will have to ask. I'm very curious now.
All right, we'll give it a go.
Worst case
But-
scenario, we can figure out a way to dispose of it.
I'm sure
we
we could
just-
find an arboretum to dump it in if we need to.
Just a roving wild hibiscus plant construct
Take it out to the
to the
free land.
wilds.
Introduce
Just-
an invasive species.
Just every poorly gone awoken plant just creates a small little colony out in the wilds.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? As the three of you go to your respective abodes to rest and just take some me time for today. Shell, you take the pillator up to the sky layer. And we will interact with your scene next time. We're already at time for today.
Womp womp. Looking
It's all right.
forward to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for playing, guys. A lot of planning going on this session.
Yeah,
You guys
right?
have your
Sorry.
cogs spinning.
A little bit.
But you guys have some good plans. We'll see how everything turns out. I gotta make Zenik a studio map for her room. Anyways,
And potentially a
Surprised.
small hibiscus guardian.
potentially. Thanks for playing, guys. Hope you had some fun, and we will once again gather again next week for more Stargazers.
See ya.
Stay on this
And
side of the
one
walk,
more.
guys.
Yeah.